I'm back to continue the LP of Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. I have a lot of loose ends to tie up. I actually forgot to mention a lot of stuff. These people are herding around me like cattle,
well met, noble paladin.
Welcome, my rogues.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah, she's gonna give us a quest. Whoa, what was that? Alright. Well, yeah, I said I wasn't going to cover a story, so I'm not going to sit there and let you guys listen to the NPCs. Yeah, I'm so horrible. But, yeah, first thing is first is that I said about, actually, no, I didn't say. You can actually change the difficulty on this game. Let's say, well, on Battle.net, which I wouldn't be showing at all, every time somebody joins your game, the enemies get a little bit harder. But in return, you get a little bit better drops. So, and they actually integrated this into just like normal games. So you can do players set to 8, and if I hit enter, that would make everything really hard. Well, not really hard, at least in this part of the game, but that would make stuff really difficult. But in reward, I would get a lot of good drops. But it's not really worth it. I don't really see a big difference in drops. I don't know, maybe down the road I might turn it on, but I don't know. And I told you guys I was going to show merchants and stuff. Oh, before I forget, I'll tell you what each of these does. What each of these does. Yeah, I guess that sounds fine. Like I said before, strength is needed for armor and stuff. Like as you can see, oh really? I guess I'll just do that. Oh, come on. Well, okay then. You know what, I'm going to show off the merchants first.
I am Akara. You have cleansed the Den of Evil.
And because we did the Den of Evil in the last episode, she gives us a skill point, which is good. I'll just go ahead and stick it in light. Like I said, that's probably where most of it will be going. I said about last episode how she'll reset my stat and skill points. Well, yeah, right there. So let's say I tried out a build and I didn't like it, or it's too annoying. I don't know. I can just do that. Okay. But I wouldn't do that. But yeah. So here you can sell everything and stuff. But gold is pretty useful. I mean, you get to have a lot of it. Stuff like throwing knives you can see sold for a lot. I'll be picking up any throwing knives I see, at least through Act 1. Keep that on. Yeah, like I said, that's going to sell for a lot. Anything that's class-specific items that has a lot of skill points, that I can sell for a lot. Those things sell for a lot too. They drop in heavy quantities. And with that, I can buy these. This is the only place where you can buy them in Act 1. I think there's a few other spots in later acts where more than one person sells them. But basically, they just hold all these scrolls. I'll explain what the scrolls do right after I'm done buying them. Oh, it wasn't as good as the socketed one I got. Sell that. It's actually faster to just spam the left click rather than hitting the left click. There's like a delay each time. Man, what was I gonna say? I brought up socketed items right there. I don't in fact, that the one I sold, I don't think that was actually socketed, so I don't know where I got that from. But socketed items have the hole in them, and basically you can stick a gem in there or a ruin, and I'll get more into that later. That's just about it. Akara usually only has this kind of stuff, like, you know, stabs, I mean, scepters. You know what, I should probably buy one of those later. Scepters are the paladin ones. Wands are for mainly necromancers, and the staves are for sorceresses. Sorcerer. I don't know. Is that the plural? You may be wondering what this red mark is. That just means that my boots need repaired.
Hi there. I'm.
And
Good
that's
to see
Charcy. She's the only person in the act that repairs stuff. Actually, what I usually do, I just do repair all. But I will be keeping those boots. Now on the other hand, compared to Akira, she sells like bows and weapons and, you know, like physical stuff, which is pretty cool. Thinking maybe I should buy one. Why not? That looks pretty good. I like how the beginner items that they just automatically give you, they're only worth 1 gold. That's one of the few items in the game that I know of that only gives 1 gold.
Good day to you, partner.
And gambling, on the other hand, is unidentified stuff. So you know how I was using these scrolls to identify stuff? Well, this is you're basically taking a chance. Now they do identify them when you buy them. You know what? I'll show you one. All right, so basically I just bought a random cap. Now I don't really think. Well, I'll go ahead and keep that one. But it is pretty useful. I mean, the jewelry is extremely expensive here. I would never recommend buying jewelry unless you're like filthy rich. But I have like gambled here. I have found unique items, or have gotten unique items. I've gotten a lot of rares. So it's a pretty nice system. Oh, and you can also just do regular trading. And he just has like mainly stuff like Charcy, except in lower quantities. So it's pretty nice. Oh, and I didn't go over what these do. Well, I'll tell you. And those are all the... Yeah, I got all these. Well, I might as well do this too. This is if you have something that you can't fit in here, which you will be using this a lot. You just stick it in there and it will stay there. So yeah, it just brings a portal back into town. So it's pretty nice. I mean, I'm saying like, oh yeah, that's a cool feature. I can't believe they did that. I mean, it's a necessity for the game, honestly. But yeah, I cut the last video when I was walking here, so go ahead and do the next quest. Now, I know I cut off with that. Oh yeah, by the way, I lowered the sound effects on because I was editing my last video and it was insanely high. But I kept the music fairly high too because I just love like obsessing over how great the music is in this game. So yeah, I will keep doing that. And just leveled up. Oh yeah, but what I was going to say was I cut off the NPC there. I mean, basically she just said like there's some deranged girl killing people. I don't know. I don't listen to them all. Sometimes I do like to listen to them. They are kind of interesting. Learn some interesting words too. No, not like swear words, like big words. The writing in it is really good. What I mean. But yeah, the name is Blood Raven, and she's in the Cold Plains, which leads to the burial grounds. Or she's in the burial grounds, which is from the Cold Plains. And another town portal. All right. I think, like I said, just keep dumping it into might. I think that's like the 4th time I said to put the skill points into might. Oh, I didn't go over what these meant. When you strength is basically the stuff to hold enough. See, I don't think any of mine have strength. I forgot to show that when I was at the merchants. Oh wait, no, that one has required strength 12. So obviously I already have 12 strength, and that's why I'm able to use it. And like, it's the same thing with dexterity too. You can only use certain items if you have enough dexterity. And some items you need enough strength and dexterity. And vitality and energy, that just gives life and mana. Well, Vitality gives stamina too, which is why I do put some into there. And Dexterity, it boosts your attack rating, and it increases your defense and your chance to block. That's pretty useful, especially for physical builds. Like I said, strength is important because you honestly need it to use a lot of good armor. So, yeah, I would always keep putting it into strength, honestly. Or honestly, try to put a lot into strength is what I meant. Like I said, I don't actually know, that was in my first failed recording, is where I said that I'm OCD about killing everything, I think. And I think you could already tell. If I see a house that I want to loot, I gotta go in there and check. That's just how I am. Ooh, super chest. Yeah, I'm going to be posting this video everywhere on forums and stuff. I hope that I can get some exposure and people like it and stuff. As far as I can tell, I mean, I've seen some other Let's Plays of Diablo 2, and honestly, they didn't even finish them. They just, like, got to a certain part and said, screw it. I hope that doesn't happen to me, where I just, like, give up. I hope that people were hoping for me to keep making videos after I have these up for a while. But I'll be posting these on forums and stuff. Like, I use D2JSP, and wow, I'm lagging a lot. I don't know why. Maybe I need to change my settings some in my... Wow! Oh, I hate that when they keep walking away from you. Maybe I need to change my settings some is what I'm going to say. But, I'll be posting this everywhere.
Beware.
Please comment and tell me what you think if you do watch it. Because I want people's opinions. An ethereal one. I don't know. I'm not even going to put that on. It does more damage, but... And this is the introduction to waypoints. Waypoints, you just... When you're beside one of them, you can use them to get into town, or any other waypoint that you have. Fairly helpful. And a new enemy. I love these things, too. You, like, scream every time you kill them. There's a lot of cool enemies. Later in the game, they do recycle them, but to be honest, I kind of like it. They kind of like give them different colors and stuff. I mean, that seems silly, but I don't know. I just kind of like it. And Bibobish. Bibobish is the special here. Yeah, it's so sad that I know the name of the special in this area. Did I get anything? Ooh, a club. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, for being my first Let's Play, I'm glad I picked this game because I grew up playing this game. It seems weird that I was like 5 years old and playing this game. I mean, I didn't get very far. I was only like the 4th quest in the game. But it is like my favorite game ever made. I can't even stress enough how much I love it. And these are the same ones with spears. Actually, after... Was that it of that gauntlet? Oh yeah, it's stamina potions, they just refill your stamina. And I'm picking up like everything, so I'm going to need to have to go back to town soon. This is obviously better. And like I said, it only sells for 1 gold. That's why I threw it on the ground. I don't want it taking up 4 spots in my inventory. Yeah, they worked. Still, that's not a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop picking up white stuff. Sounds racist. Oh well. And that's pretty good. Fire damage. Ethereal items don't sell for a lot. Unless they have skill points, like I said before. And gotta keep the throwing knives. I think I said before that those things sell for a lot. But the only reason I came off of that trail, if you haven't noticed, if you just keep on this brown trail, it goes straight to the next area. And unless you're going for a quest, you don't really need to go off of the trail, I mean. But the main reason I did was because I wanted to find Bibobish. And I did, so let's continue. Man, that was a cool club. I like the poison damage and fire damage. It has a little bit of minimum damage. Clubs are pretty weak, but... It's just what I love about Diablo 2 is that everything's randomized and stuff. You never know what you're going to get. And wow, I'm like one-hitting everything. Boom, boom, boom. what should I talk about next? That's just an extra dungeon. You don't really need to go in there. You can if you want to. I probably will end up going in there in hell because they have a lot of special groups, and special groups drop uniques, which we haven't had yet. We've had a rare, but not a unique. Rares are yellow. Actually, this is going to be a good time for me to talk about that. There's like 5 different classes. I'll get them all, even if I get the number wrong. This is white. That's just like a normal item. This is blue. That's a magic item. This is rare. That's a rare item. Or yellow. Yellow. I mean, this is yellow. This is a rare item. And then there's 2 more. And then there's a green type of item, and that's a set item. And when you have like 2 of the same items from the same set or more, they give you extra bonuses. That's just really cool. I mean, that's why I'm playing the expansion. You know, there's not very many good uniques in the classic version. I never really got into classic. And unique items are brown or gold. Doesn't really matter. What do you call them? Some people call them gold. I like to call them brown. And you may notice here that there's 2 different paths. Oh wait, I keep like branching off into other conversations. What I was going to say was in hell, I'll probably be doing those kind of dungeons because they have lots of random enemy groups. And the other thing is that they drop ruins, which I will desperately need later in the game. And I will be definitely talking about ruins like in a few quests when we get to this one, because that boss will drop ruins no matter what. It's probably only like a 1% chance that she wouldn't. But yeah, what I was gonna say, we have 2 different paths. These both lead to different things, but we want to get to the one that's to the burial grounds. I don't really know which one it is. They're both randomized, or it's always randomized, so I never memorize it. I do actually know some of the randomized ones. It's pretty sad. That's just for me playing years of this game. And you saw me pick up the chipped diamond, and I will always be hoarding diamonds. They are needed to craft items, and they are extremely helpful. I will probably be crafting a lot of items on this character later in the game. And a small charm. Level 5. Be able to use it soon. 1 dexterity. For those of you that don't know, you just keep a charm in your stash and you'll keep the bonuses on it. So it's pretty nice. That's something new to the expansion too. Sword and a short staff. Crap. I'm actually going to avoid going to town right now. Yeah, that's gonna serve me a lot. I like the elemental damage, the flare you get. I don't know if you noticed when I killed that last guy. I think he turned green, and that's because of the poison damage. Might as well explain poison damage too. Is that you get 6 poison damage over 2 seconds. I don't really know. I guess that's 3 damage per second. I don't know exactly. And yes, this is burial grounds. I was hoping it would be.
The place has been desecrated.
Desecrated, okay. Okay, buddy. Yeah, this is Blood Raven. All these zombies, she'll just keep summoning them. And she is annoying. That's her shooting arrows over there. No, I won't. I'll make my own army. She is annoying. She's such a pansy. She just runs around and summons these. I'll personally just kill these all, but she'll keep summoning a few regardless. Man, I can't believe she's not running much right now. Oh, there she is. Okay. I do a lot of damage right now, though, because of that club, so that should be fairly easy. Man, what's my average chance to hit her? 54%. Come on. Yeah. Lots of gold. No items, though. Bolts are for Amazons or... if you're using arrows, would be a better description. Try and make room to pick up this weekend. Okay, I think that's it. What are you gonna say?
There was no other way.
There is no other way. Okay, that's cool. Trying to think. You may be wondering why I'm not using sacrifice. That's just because I don't want it taking my life away. It would do a lot more damage, but I'm sure many of you would recommend doing that, but that's not what I'm going to do. Just keep putting it to might. That increases my damage enough. And I will be doing those dungeons, so don't worry. I don't do most optional dungeons like that, but I do personally like to do those crypt ones. That's what they're called. Let's see what we got. Yeah, see, it's selling for a lot. Those ones with the skill points. And I'll keep that in there for now. I'll eventually get rid of it though. Come on. Sometimes you need to be really precise when you're navigating the menus. Like I said, Diablo 2 is my favorite game ever made. I was actually really astonished when I saw on Metacritic that it only has like an 89%. I think that's the expansion too. I think the expansion is fairly better than the original. But I was surprised. I mean, I don't really see what you could do better. But that's just me. Put that in there. I put a lot into vitality. You can't retract them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't need that much strength. I just like to have it. I'll be keeping all these gems in there. I don't think I went over how great this soundtrack is. Or, like, this track from the soundtrack is.
Good evening.
Oh, I just love the soundtrack so much. So phantasmagoric. Yes, phantasmagoric. It's an awesome word. Okay, I bet some of you are getting mad because I just keep opening that inventory. It's just the habit. Haha! No, okay, I'll stop. Oh, crap. I was walking away from her because I was talking about something I forgot.
I can hardly believe that.
Okay,
Good evening.
so yeah, she gives us a mercenary. She's pretty radical, to be honest. Yeah, this is an archer, so you can only give her bows. And let's just say I'll give her that one. I probably won't revive her if she dies, but I don't know. I'll give her some armor. At least try and let her survive.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah. Mercenaries are really cool, and I'll definitely be using them later in the game. I just probably won't be using this archer in Act 1 a lot because she'll probably end up doing more damage than me. Mercenaries got a big buff in the expansion pack. And to be honest, they're kind of overpowered. Sometimes in a lot of my runs, the mercenary actually ends up doing less or more damage than me. And a grand charm. Cool. I was actually just thinking about cunning. Guess I'll keep going. And 16% extra gold from monsters. I'm not a fan. Usually when I get extra gold charms like that, I usually just get rid of them. Because I don't really need the extra gold. It doesn't... That's just not a big deal. Unless you're like making a gold finder. That's like a battle net thing, I think. I don't know why you would make a gold finder in a single player. That's silly. Might as well take that. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and cut here, so it will be easier for me to edit. So next time on Let's Play Diablo 2, we'll be doing this quest, whatever it is. See you guys then.